In Bhagavad Gita, the very purpose of we reading it as ordained by Gurudeva is basically to see if it can be of use for me to change my life. It is not an intellectual exercise. It is not to test the ability to understand the Sanskrit or Bhashyam or the English language. It is not to eulogize Gurudeva's beautiful commentary. All that has value in its own place. But the most important and relevant thing why we read Bhagavad Gita is to know whether it can be of any use to me. The utility part to change my life, and if it hasn't changed me, then what all we did so far is nothing else but intellectual exercise. And that is why the direct applicability, it is a Smriti Grantha. Application along with the sound philosophical base presented in the most concise form without any creation of vacillation or confusion in the thought process is the beauty of Gita, and the Bhagavad Gita shall be making sense if seen, read, perceived, assimilated, and acted upon by the devotee. Following the Arjuna and Vasudeva, we are searching for the solution. There is one who is the solution, Vasudeva. There is one who was a problem but got converted into solution. I am a problem incessant trying to understand how I can achieve the solution. The Jidnyasa Vritti cannot be left behind while reading Bhagavad Gita, and it is brought in its purest form when we study shlokas like this, the one under the discussion. Lokesmin dvividha nishta pura prokta maya naga jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam. A child has been told, we are all children, we are spiritual minnows, we are spiritual infants, children. And we are asking Vasudeva that if Jnana Yoga is the PhD and after that no study is required, why can't I directly go and sit in the class of PhD? Why should I get into the secondary school, primary school, college, and masters, and then into PhD? And that is why Lord is telling, no, you have misunderstood it. I am telling you that the end point of the education is a jnanam, which is PhD. After that, there is no need to study. But to reach to that PhD, you have to go through this schooling and colleging and graduation and post-graduation, because by then you deserve to be in doctoral course. And then Arjuna, he hasn't asked. But people like us, we consider ourselves to be intellectual giants because of our so-called secular qualifications. The MD, the MS, the IAS, the engineer, the whatnot, chartered accountant. Because of this qualification, we feel we have excellent logic with us. And the logic is very simple. Let us trick Lord Vasudeva. Vasudeva, if you say this all karma is creating all the trouble, why have such a big Gita? A very simple solution is, if karma is the problem, let's not have karma. It's very simple. Why you've written so many shlokas? Unnecessary waste of time. Karma is creating problem, no? So let's not have karma. I will not do karma only. What will you do? Anticipating the stupidity, Vasudeva says, na karmana anarambha naishkarmya ashnute. By simply you saying, I shall not, it doesn't happen that way. Then I will do one thing, Vasudeva. If this is the case, no, I will leave everything. All that is required is because Gurudeva left the home. Siddhartha Gautam Buddha did the same thing. Most of them did it. So all I need to do is take a ticket tomorrow morning and just leave the house. As it is, they didn't bother about their families. Why should I bother about my family? Let me just go there and then no, that's it. What is to be done? Reach up to Sidbari, keep walking little beyond. Rudraprayag or some area, a little bit of 1 or 2 stones, I will sit on that and close my eyes and the job is done. This is what you're trying to tell me. Immediately the Vasudeva says, Nacha sanyasanat eva. Now we realize the Lord is little clever than what we thought. He is not letting me stop the karma. He is not letting me give up the karma. He is not letting me come directly into the class of PhD of the Jnanam or the Sankhya Yoga. That means he is pushing me, or he's telling me that you have no route except schooling and college, which is called Karma Yoga. Again, my intellectual mind asks a question, why is it so? Just because you are saying, should I agree? Lord knew that such kind of stupid questions will come from a jidnyasu. Stupidity of a jidnyasu is of very high order. Intellectualism of an ordinary person is a stupidity, but a stupidity of a jidnyasu is of a high order of curiosity. Because of which, Lord made 5 statements in this shloka number 5. Statements are very, very basic, fundamental, should be engraved in the mind of a sadhaka. A true sadhaka who wants to read Gita and make use of Gita in life, not for those people who intend to mug it up, have excellent flowery language, and get some pats on the back because of how knowledgeable you are. It's not meant for them. For the ardent sadhaka, first thing is, as far as karma is concerned, Lord says, nahi kaschit. So the law applicability, not even a single soul will escape this. So don't consider yourself to be an upcountry man. But sir, I am a CEO, very, very educated, etc. Sorry, nahi kaschit. No, I am a yogi, hatha yogi of par excellence. Nahi kaschit. I am a Raj yogi. Nahi kaschit. I am bhakta par excellence. Nahi kaschit. What do I do now? That means none can escape the wheel of the karma. Nahi kaschit. But what if I do the karma in the morning and in the afternoon I take a break? No. Kshanam api. Kshanam means every moment karma will be there. So my second option is closed by Lord. The third, he says, yes, the karma is there in front of me, but I will not touch it. I will just sit. I will not touch it. Lord immediately says, not possible. Akarma krutishtat, not possible. You cannot sit without karma, even for a moment, even though whosoever you are. So first 3 strong arguments are completely destroyed by the Lord. Then comes the question, helplessness starts coming to us. I cannot escape the karma. I ask Vasudeva, what is the reason? Why such a hopeless kind of a situation that is there? Then Vasudeva says, the Nishkarsha. What is the Nishkarsha? Avashaha sarvaha karma karyatehi. Everyone is compelled to act. You have no choice. So first of all, your argument will not make any difference to me because it is not your world. You are a part and constituent of the world, and you came in this so-called game of mine because of you. I have not called you here. You have done something in the past, so you are here. देह धरे का दंड है सब काहू को होय, ज्ञानी भुगते ज्ञान से मूर्ख भुगते रोय. So the game, it was my game. You came into it. You played in a wrong way. I cannot help it. So everybody is compelled to act. As long as you are in this game, you will be avashaha. Avasha. Vasha is to control, to have under complete jurisdiction over a particular thing. Avasha. You, if you think you can try and control the game that I am playing, you will be mistaken. That is not possible. दुनिया मेरी मुट्ठी में है, मैं ये करूंगा, मैं वो करूंगा. Please, sir, it is neither your dunya nor do you have the power to do it. Now the helplessness is increasing very fast in the mind of sadhaka. I cannot stop karma. It is applicable to me. I cannot stop even for a moment. I am compelled to act. Now I am so helpless that last question I am asking Vasudeva, why the hell this situation has come upon me? And then Vasudeva says, don't blame me. If at all you want to know the reason, it is because of Prakruti Jaihi. Prakruti Jaihi. Because of the Prakruti. Vasudeva, who is this Prakruti? Where does she stay? I really want to go and give a bashing to her because of that particular person I am here. Vasudeva said, I can tell you the nature. You find out. I don't mind you killing Prakruti. In fact, I want you to do it. You are very right. Because of Prakruti, she has been very bad to you. You got into this world. Go and bash her up. I will tell you where she is. Normally, she has a 3-colored dress. A black, a red, and a white. We in our language call it Tamasa, Rajasa, and Sattvika. If you come across her, beat her red and blue. But Lord, how do I kill her? It is supposed to be a very obstinate thing to kill. And is it a guarantee that if I kill her, Lord, I will not have all these problems of karma and all that? Yes. Because I have told you the reason of your karma and its inevitability, its helplessness, its binding nature, all that is because you are cursed by the Prakriti. You are in the Prakriti. So if you transcend the Prakriti, game is over. See, in one shloka, Lord has given why Bhagavad Gita is divine scripture. And the divinity lies in the fact that in mere 8 words, the whole life is explained. Which Grantha can do this unless it is divine? Reason the etre, the cause of the problem, the methodology of the problem, the goal to be achieved, the culprit of the problem, and the solution to the problem, all rolled in one shloka. So now the sadhaka understood, yeah, the whole cause, the fundamental cause is Prakriti Jaihi Gunaha. So Prakriti Jaihi Gunaha means I have to work on the gunas. If I have to work on the gunas, how do I work on the gunas? Now the Lord is smiling. अब आया ऊंट पहाड़ के नीचे. Now you are asking me how to take care of the gunas, right? You are on the right track. My dear fool, that is the reason I was telling you that you do karma to reduce the gunas. Hold on, Vasudeva. Now this is confusing. You said I have to do karma because I have done karma. And now you say you do karma to get rid of the karma. This is confusing. Very clearly you tell me, is karma causing me the problem or is karma going to relieve me from the problem? What is it? The Lord says, it is the karma that brought you in the problem. It is the karma that will get rid of the problem. How can that be? How one thing can do both the things? Same thing is a reason for getting intricately interwoven in the issue, and the same thing is solution. That's the beauty of Karma Yoga. Lord has told that you are trying to switch off the karma. You cannot switch off the karma. You can switch the karma. That's it. Your approach is to switch off the karma. I don't want to do what is given to me. I want to do something different. You are switching off the karma. You cannot switch off the karma. You can switch the karma. That means you can do qualitative difference to the karma so that by inevitability law, even if I do that karma, each karma done by me gets rid of the karma that was not done properly earlier, so that karma negates karma, helping me to reach the state where I can knock off the Prakriti. And this whole exercise is called Antakarana Shuddhi. When we immerse ourselves or throw ourselves into this river of knowledge, spiritual knowledge, we are bombarded with all scriptures from everywhere. Immediately our mind, which is used to the classification, starts classifying as Raja Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, etc., etc., etc. Somebody will say, just say Ram, Ram, things will be done. Immediately the mind says, so easy, Ram, 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 no problem, I shall do. Nothing comes in the hand. Somebody says, no, control your vikaras, everything will be done. So you start, no, I'm not going to get angry. I'm just going to, I'm just going to be very, very nice, loving person and all that. Doesn't work. Then somebody says, take the control from the right nostril of the breath. Immediately we attend a class and we sit in, immediately left nostril, close right nostril, start breathing inside. Nothing is happening, sir. See what all we have done so far and see the results that we have received. If lots of experiments have been done and no result is coming, that means there is fundamentally something wrong with the experiment. And the fundamental mistake has been pointed out in this shloka. Lord says, nothing is possible if there is no Chitta Shuddhi. In other words, the only torch available to see in the darkness of the world is the torch of Sattva Guna. You are carrying a torch which doesn't have a light. That is Tamoguna and Rajoguna. Tamoguna, no light at all. Rajoguna, intermittent blink of some faint light. With this kind of torches, how can you find the way out? That means the torch has to be of Sattva Guna. That means you have to increase the Sattva Guna. All right, Vasudeva, I want to increase the Sattva Guna from tomorrow morning onwards, because we don't do anything immediately. We say that also tomorrow morning. What can I do, Vasudeva? Where is the Sattva Guna available? Let me get it. I will get it by kilos or tons. No problem. Where is it? Vasudeva says, Sattva Guna is not available that way. Then what do I do? You start reducing your Tamoguna and Rajoguna. Then what happens? Sattva Guna comes home. It's a free delivery. Oh, that means I don't have to do anything specifically for the sattva guna. Moment I start reducing tamoguna and rajoguna, I get sattoguna. So from tomorrow onwards, I shall stop doing any rajoguni activity. Doesn't work that way, sir. You need to find out where you are. Because sattoguna is at 100-kilometer mark. To reach that mark, it depends on which kilometer mark you are standing. No, I'm standing at 0 kilometer. That means first from 0 to 50. So if you're standing at tamoguna, first start with the tamoguna. No, but I'm a very nice person. I don't have tamoguna at all. That is what every tamoguni says. It is like a thief certifying himself as a saint, which we do every day. No, I don't have tamoguna. Why? Didn't you 5 minutes back started criticizing unnecessarily all the people in the world? वो वैसा ही है, ये ऐसा ही है. Ninda. Ninda. What is ninda? Tamoguna. Except for the Friday, that too I don't take bath. I just get up because this Gurudev has kept it too early in the morning, 7 o'clock. At least Friday, and it is usually on Sunday and Friday. That's a holiday. They should have kept it at around 11 o'clock. Moment this thought comes to the mind, where are you? 0 kilometer. Tamoguna. If these things are not changed, Tamoguna is carrying on, Rajoguna is carrying on, Sattva is not there by even as a medicine. In that quantity also it is not there. And then we say that tomorrow morning I'll be sitting for Dhyanam. For sure, confidently, for next billions of years or Brahma's Ayushya also, no meditation is possible. Why? Chitta Siddhi is not there. No, I want Jnanam. There's no question of Jnanam. They will not let you come inside the university also for PhD. Why? You don't have a qualification of first standard pass. Who will take you there? That means first thing first. And first thing first is this shloka. I cannot avoid the karma. What is the moral of this particular statement? Nai kaschit kshanam api jatu tishtat akarma kruta. What is the moral of this? Moral of this is, whatever I am immersed into as of today of my karmas, I should not blame anybody except my own karmas of the past. First lesson. Stop blaming. बचपन में हमारे अगर कॉन्वेंट स्कूल होता तो मेरी अंग्रेजी बहुत बड़ी हो जाती, and if would have been fluent with the English, then I could have got into the Harvard because there was no money in the house. I was born in the middle class. Had I been here, it is could have happened. Had I been all stop all this. It is sheer waste of energy and time. It is like saying that my inner clothes are soiled by the urine. I don't know who pissed in my trousers. It is you, sir, nobody else. I'm sorry to use this vulgar example, but it precisely conveys that anything that you are immersed in is your own creation. And once you know that, feel ashamed about the bad karmas, if at all you've done it. So any adversity that you face, feel ashamed about yourself that I did something so bad that the adversity has come. Whom do you complain to? If you have murdered somebody, whom will you complain to? You are to be blamed. But don't keep blaming yourself. Say that I am Amrutasya Putraha. Yes, I made a mistake. Kasha na ho, par tera divana ho. I'm poor, but yet I want you, Lord. Then what do? Then you take a decision that I cannot change the paristhiti. Paristhiti is because of prarabdha. I can change my sthiti. Sthiti is prayatnam. Samartha Ramadas says, Yatnato deva zanava. Effort is God. Effort is godly. So now I know the trick of the trade. The trick of the trade is get rid of the tamasa, get rid of the rajasa. Moment you get rid of tamasa, rajasa goes up. Moment you get rid of rajasa, sattva goes up. When sattva goes up, it gives vigorous power to transcend sattva itself. And the one who has no tamas, no rajas, and transcends the sattva, Prakriti is dead. And Prakriti is dead, Shloka is dead. Prakriti jaihi, Prakriti na jaihi. When Prakriti na jaihi, where is the karma? Then what happens? Then Gurudeva happens. Gurudeva happens means, who is not in the Prakriti? Who is the one who has transcended the Prakriti? The creator of the Prakriti, Vasudeva. Then what happens? Balakrishna Menon became Chinmayananda, then became what? Vasudeva. Then that Vasudeva viharati sarvatra as Jnani. And then when God himself decides to conduct the Jnana Yajna, what is so great, it will be successful. It has to be successful. Just because in Bhagavad Gita itself, Lord has said to Arjuna that you think I'm your friend, you don't know who I am. Similarly, Gurudeva didn't say this, but let me say it confidently. We call him Gurudeva of 6 feet or whatever. You are not defining God correctly. He was a living God trotting on the earth because he was beyond Prakriti. And that is the reason those who are not in the Prakriti, for them, no karma, not even for Kshana. Now the Lord is saying, Kshanamapi na akarma kruta. And those who transcend, Kshanamapi no karma. That is the reason why Gurudeva did not do karma. But sir, we saw him teaching us. Is it not a karma? That is where what Balaji Maharaj talked about, 2 types of things. He said digestion, respiration, etc., etc. This is exactly the commentary of Madhvacharya on this particular shloka. Madhvacharya says actions are of 2 types. Action dependent on cause and independent action which is causeless. Causeless action is Lord's action. So the Jnana Yajna that Gurudeva conducted was Vasudeva's action, so it was a causeless action. And how do you recognize a divine action or the causeless action or the Lord's action? Only good prevails out of it, only Kalyanam. Is it not? That Gurudeva's words are doing Kalyanam every moment of at least one individual, 2 individuals, many individuals at one time. All the saintly people, their karmas are doing only Kalyanam of everybody because it is divine causeless action. Ours is action because of the cause, and the cause is karma. Karma is because of guna. Guna is because of Prakriti. This is the meaning of the 5th one. Once this is known, then the Lord says, you might get influenced by what I'm saying. Because knowing simply that you are a stupid of highest order in spirituality, moment you listen to my 5th shloka, you will realize that, oh, okay, I have to exactly do what Gurudeva did, what Siddhartha Gautam Buddha did, and all they did was, first thing is they went to the forest, Himalayas. Second thing is they were doing something by closing the eyes, not talking, not moving, and sitting in a particular posture which they call Sukhasana or Padmasana. Easy, sir. Only 4 things. Sit in Sukhasana or Padmasana, close your eyes, don't talk to anybody, don't go anywhere, wear the saffron clothes if possible, if you can afford. If possible, let the beard grow a bit and let the hairs grow a bit, and you are done. This is precisely what a spiritual stupid thinks of, knowing fully well that even the person who is listening to Bhagavad Gita, it may occur to his mind, Lord immediately wants, after the profound, significant 5th shloka, the 6th shloka coming directly to the level of the spiritual stupid, the Lord says, Karmendriyani Sanyamya Karmendriyani Sanyamya. Karmendriya, fair enough. I want to keep this hand down. I can. Easy, no? I want to close the eyes. Is it difficult? I can close the eyes. But the most important thing is there is something called in the modern neurology also the motor cortex and the sensory cortex. The hand moves as a reflex arc because of the sensation created. So first is thought, then is the action, not the other way around. I ate my food and then I had a thought that I must take food. Doesn't happen, sir. No. First the baby was born and then we decided to conceive the baby. How can that happen? Conception is first, delivery is later. If that is so, then Karmendriyani Sanyamya may happen. But the one who sits us, ya aste manasa smaran. And that is the key. It is the antakarna where everything is coming out. The sprout is at that point called antakarna. So by just cutting the top of the grass is still there. In fact, it becomes more profound when the karmendriyas stop. That is why a quietly sitting person, what is the question we ask? Kya soch rahe ho? See how colloquially also we use the word kya soch rahe ho? That means soch hi rahe ho. और ये सोच ही बड़ी गड़बड़ है अगर सही सोच ना हो. If you are thinking about the thought, then it is a true thinking. But if you are thinking not about the thought, but about the Vishaya, and what is Vishaya? Indriyarthan. Indriyarthan manasa smaran aste. Indriyartha means Vishaya. And all Vishayas have their concrete condensed USBs inside the head. The one who does this, that means if at all you have to color, not the clothes that you should be coloring, you should color the mind. The saffron color is not of the cloth. It has to be of the mind. Viraktata has to be exhibited by the mind, not by the action. Maybe when everybody's around, I can say that, sorry sir, I don't eat garlic and onion and I'm a pure vegetarian. Sounds nice. Problem is, while eating that, next person to me is eating kanda bhaji, onion pakoda. And my mind is saying, pack करके लेता हूँ यहाँ पे तो I can't eat because I have already declared I don't eat that. So when I go home, I will eat it. ये problem है sir. The problem is that onion pakoda is inside the head. So one odd day, just because, Ekadashi, I don't eat. Fair enough, sir. But in Ekadashi, what do you think? In fact, on the day of fasting, you think more about the food. It's a fact. That is because man lachar hai. The mind is incapacitated by the desires of the Vishayas, Indriyarthe, Manasa Asti. And yet the person of this kind comes and says that I'm a very dharmic person. बाबा बहुत पहुंचे हुए हैं. He has not reached anywhere. So Gita Mata, out of inadequacy of Sanskrit language. Sanskrit language is inadequate only on one aspect, bad words. Till date, other than Murkha, there is no bad word in Sanskrit language. No slangs at all, sir. It's a divine language. So taking the best possible worst word of the language, Bhagavad Gita says, such a person is Vimudatma. Vimudatma means galti karne wala admi. Deluded person. See how decently even Tokti bhi hai. In criticizing also, Bhagavad Gita uses beautiful words, Vimudatma, and his act has been called as Mithya Acharya, Mithya Achar. The behavior of such a person is Mithya. Mithya means not true. See how decently trying. What is the tactical translation? Charlatan. The English word is charlatan or hypocrite. Who is hypocrite? Said something, does something. बात काशी की जाता रामेश्वर को है. When we read this, we have to immediately take those words and apply here, including the person who is talking. Am I into that category? If we apply it here, then we are reading the Gita. If we say that there is some person who is mithyachari, some vimudatma about which Bhagavad Gita is saying, I'm not in that category. Bhagavad Gita is slipped by, gone by. It's definitely gone by. Those who don't need to read Gita because they have gone beyond Gita, they also intently read it. Those who think that they are born without any need for Gita, for them, then this is, yeah, they're talking about somebody who is Vimudatma and Mithachara. Yeah, very nicely written. That is not Bhagavad Gita. It is applicability, and Vimudatma has been described by Madhusudan Saraswati as what? Anukula pratikula vicharagrasta antakaranam iti Vimudatma. What a beautiful definition. Right now, our mind was carrying the impression as Vimudatma means the one who is constantly thinking of Vishayas. Not only Vishayas, sir. Just is Anukula Pratikul. What is Anukul Pratik? I don't like, I like, I want to, I have to, I would like to. If I am given a choice, this is called Anukul Pratikulata. And do we have anything in our life other than these statements? Given a choice, I would have been the so-and-so officer. But for this, ऐसी बीबी मिली वरना I could have got a better wife. I could have definitely, I'm more qualified by than my boss. It is just because, प्रारब्ध होता है, क्या करे यार, हम लोगों को भी है ना, I am put at a very low level. Otherwise, I could have, I'm so expert in my field and all. This is all Vimudatma. Anukula Pratikula. Then who is not Vimudatma? Whatever is there in front of me is Lord's offering. Even while begging bhiksha, the saintly people say, if at all they don't get the bhiksha, they say, today the Lord wants me to fast. This is called Atman, not Vimudatman. Vimudatman is inadequacy, always wanting something because of Anukulata, Pratikulata. Little bit of winter in the morning. Say, Pratikul, what do we want? We want a shawl and a sweater and a something because my body. No Pratikulata is accepted. I went for the marriage. Nobody asked me. They did not even say welcome. Nobody recognized me. I felt, why should I go there? Next time they call me, I will not go there. Pratikulata. A person of the stature of Ramakrishna Paramahansa was invited in one of the wedding ceremony and nobody recognized him. The person accompanying got agitated and he said, Swamiji, let us leave this place. And Ramakrishna Paramahansa said, look, it is 11 o'clock in the night. If you go, there will be nothing to eat in the ashram. Better sit, eat and go. Why? No pratikulata. Anukulata. Sir, how nice you speak. What knowledge you have. How much command on you. Sanskrit, Upanishads, couplets. You recite them like this. Anukula. You feel better. Good. Very good. Keep saying so. After I finished my speech, nobody said anything to me. But one person came and said, sir, I have never heard something so lucid explanation. And then out of just compulsion, I said, no, it is all because of Lord. In the heart, I am feeling that very good. I have really cracked it today. This is called stupidity of Anukulata. If both of these are transcended, which normally are not, because they stay in the mind, then anything that is done in the garb of sannyasi is a stupidity of highest order. That is why Gurudev has critically commented on what is happening in this. This is called Boka Sannyasi. Boka Sannyasi means hypocrites. And that is because Kabir Maharaj is very, very forthright on this. He says, Man na rangaye jogi kapada. आसन मारी मंदिर में बैठा, ब्रह्म छाड़ी पूजन लागे पथरा. जटवा बढ़ा ले जोगी जंगल रमोले. जटा बढ़ा के ही वेंट इनटू द जंगल. जटवा बढ़ा ले जगी जंगल रमोले. काम ज्वरा ले जोगी होई गए हिजड़ा. In the jungle also he was thinking so much of women that he became a eunuch in his next birth. मन ना रंगाए जोगी कपरा. That is the essence of the two, giving us a direct instrument in our hand what to do in sadhana. And the first sadhana is do all such karmas which can bring purity to the heart. So karma, to do the chitta antakarana shuddhi, to increase the rajoguna from tamoguna, to decrease the rajoguna, to increase the sattva-guna, and increase the sattva-guna to such an level that you transcend the last guna. So all the three guna, nistraigunyo bhav Arjuna, transcend the three gunas mean transcend the prakriti and be one with the Lord or be the Lord. Hari Om.